Vistage has impacted me as a leader just in thought-provoking ideas and concepts that I can take with me into leading my division. It's allowed me to understand some science behind some of the philosophies that other companies have gone down the road and have tried out and that are true. That piece has been very beneficial.
It's helped me make decisions better and be more planful about longer term thinking and planning my years ahead.
I would say the one thing that happened, we had a speaker that was talking about how to ask for new business. And I utilized some of his ideas in the presentation I had the next week. Won a very large new client. So did that change? Absolutely did. Would I have won without it? Maybe, don't know, we'll never know. But I was able to utilize that. If nothing else, it gave me a comfort going into that presentation. That made a change in how I made that proposal.
Through one of the presentations in Vistage, we were introduced to CultureWise, which is something that we just rolled out in the company right now. It's a great platform to take our culture for the company to all our different locations and make sure that we're all on the same page and we got the same values.
The speakers are really great because they provide insight and ideas that I had never really thought about, and again really challenge my traditional ideas of how business and culture should look. There's been immediate impacts because not only changes that have been made, but just peace of mind. I would come to a meeting with these questions like, how am I going to get through this problem? And leave the meeting with feeling like, hey, I've got the solution now. Just providing that direction and the peace of mind has been a big help on me.
One of my initiatives is really to develop a network here in the Nashville and Middle Tennessee market, and Vistage has afforded me the opportunity to meet new people, to develop business, to think about new ways to do things, and there's a way of doing things in Tennessee that may not be the same as where I came from previously.
Our company's about 20 years old, and now I came in 20 years later, and the world's changed a lot. There were a lot of things in the larger company that I had access to, whether it's human resources, the legal team, and don't have those resources in a smaller company. We had an employment attorney come and speak at a meeting pretty early. We were dealing with some employment issues where we needed some help. He's now our employment attorney. We were, I would say, running a 1990s employment model, and it worked. It worked, but the world's changed, and now bringing that up to speed, we're running a more up-to-date employment model.
It's impacted my business in a few different ways, several different businesses actually, because I was in Vistage in my previous business. When I left that business, staying in Vistage was actually part of my compensation package that I asked for, because that was that important to me. And I was lucky enough that my new CEO was also happened to be in Vistage. She's in New Mexico, like we're across the country, but really help us kind of stay on the same page and sped up kind of integrating into the new role that I settled into.
I've never had a wider Overton window or the goalpost on what's going to happen in the next 12 to 36 months. Is the economy taking off? Is the economy collapsing? Should we buy more raw materials? Should we invest in equipment and hire people versus hunker down and play defense? Coming to Vistage allows me at one place I can come to and know that nobody has an agenda. Everybody else you talk to has an agenda. It's a vendor trying to convince you why you should buy more of their equipment, or employees trying to convince you why their budget should increase, or customers with their head in the sand trying to convince you their business is just on the edge of taking off. This allows you to come to a place and kind of get an unvarnished opinion of what direction do we think the wind is blowing economically, and what sort of strategic decisions are my peers making over the next 12 to 36 months.